All right, we're back. So this is going to be rounds 4 through 7 of the LCS. So go grab some goddamn popcorn and settle in. I don't think it'll be too long. Like 3 of the matches are pretty quick. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. Of course, it's myself versus Alex 00000, casual 1500 rating, no big deal. So we actually win the rock, paper, scissors. I win the rock, paper, scissors more than I thought I did. Opening hands are Imperm, Droll, Reborn, Nib, and Dark Ruler, so just absolute brick. Not great. My opponent opens Ash, Tenki, Solemn, Desires, and Imperm, so basically 3 interrupts, a Zoo, and Desires, which is pretty damn good. So we just set Imperm and pass. I just figured on the off chance that I wanted to ended up needing to use Nib before Imperm, I could, have it set, but there wasn't really a need to set it. So he top decks Whiptail, activates Desires, banish 10. Drawing Desires and Whiptail, which isn't great, but it's not the worst. So we just Droll. He normal summons Whiptail, Poke, and Overlay, 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 and then set 2 cards and pass turn. So basically we have to contend with Ash, Solemn Judgment, Imperm, Dryden, and all of that has to be done with our top deck. So we top deck Tenki. That's not bad. Activate Tenki, adding Fractal. We go Fractal, send Kit, send Nerval, add Fractal. Normal summon Fractal, he pops with Dryden. I chain Imperm, he chains Imperm. So that makes my Imperm fizzle, of course. And here I have a choice. With complete knowledge, we know it doesn't matter. But I was debating on reborning his Chakanine or one of my Zoo monsters. So we activate Reborn, nothing. I figured, that gets it with Solemn. And I figure Zodiac probably isn't going to OTK me, so I'm probably fine. So he goes ahead, activates Tenki, add Thoroughblade. Normal summon Thoroughblade, poke poke. He's really, really good about not playing into Nib here. Also, he thought I was running Gamma. I don't know if he looked at some of my old matches when I was running Gamma, but I definitely don't have Gamma in my deck right now. So he summons out Zeus, activate Desires, draws into Barrage, Desire. So his Desires draws have honestly been really bad. Set 1 and pass, top deck Foolish, pretty good. Activate Dark Ruler, activate Foolish, and that's just game. So game 2, we choose to go first, of course. Opening hand, Ash, Tenki, Reborn, Karis, and Nerval. So it's a lot of Tri-Brigade. Ash is okay, but I just didn't have anything to side really against Zoo, so I just kept it in. My opponent opens Ram, Strike, Imperm, Ash, and Chalice. So literally Zoo, 4 interruptions. Like, what else could you ask for? Activate Tenki. That gets hit with Ash, whatever. Activate Karis, pitching Nerval to special summon itself, adding Fractal. Activate Fractal, send Kit, send Fractal. Activate Karis for 2. He hits me with an Imperm. Big think here. Pass turn. Yeah, let me think. In retrospect, that turn didn't feel right, but I don't know what would have been better. Karis, yeah, I'm not really sure what would have been better. Anyway, we'll just keep going. Summon Ram, Hammer Kong, Chakanine, Trident, Battle Phase, Trident Pop, and Poke. Then he goes ahead, set 1 and pass. So top deck Barrage. That's a damn good card. Activate Reborn, targeting Kit, and he lets that go. So we activate Kit, banish 2, that gets hit with Strike. Kit effects in Nerval add Fractal. Normal summon Fractal, that gets hit with Drident. Activate Barrage, last ditch effort here. Summon out Ram, go Borbo, Poke. And then we go overlay, and activate the Zeus and pass turn. So looks fine, but Chalice, Rat, and Solemn, like, you know, what are you gonna do? So he goes ahead, normal summons Rat. I figure, I don't know if he has, like, I figure letting him ascend is probably fine. Go Tiger Mortar, attach the Whiptail, and attack. Activate. He goes, we go activate Zeus. He chains Chalice so that he can banish. Chakanine summon Zeus and set Solemn. So all I have to do is out Zeus plus Solemn with one card. So we draw Called By. That does nothing. Set Called By and pass. Summon Thoroughblade. And he's just playing super conservative here. So just switch to attack. Poke. Overlay Chakanine, detach and summon out Drident. Overlay Tiger Mortar, attach to Drident. Summon another Zeus and pass turn. Top deck Imperm. And yeah, at that point, there was just literally nothing I could do. So yeah, I just got absolutely clapped. I don't feel too bad. It's not like he's a bad player and got lucky or something. Like he's a very, very good player. So sometimes you beat people better than you, sometimes you don't. What are you gonna do? And yeah, nothing really more to say. So let's go to the last round of day number 1. Me, of course, versus Flatos. With 777 rating. Lucky 777. Rock, paper, scissors. We lose that RPS. And same deal. We were just talking in voice chat and beforehand. But opening hands: Karis, Barrage, Ash, Foolish, and Fractal. So one hand trap. I run so many freaking going second cards, and anyway. But this is still a good hand. My opponent opens Revolt, Gamma, Kit, Gamma, Revolt, which is just god awful. It's just not good. I don't know what else to say. Normal summon Kit, All Mirage. I Ash the Kit, which is amazing. He sets Revolt and passes. Top deck Nib. We go Fractal, Kit, Nerve, adding Fractal. Normal summon Fractal for 2, I believe. Yep. Summon out Bearbrum. And we just go battle phase, so we beat and beat. And in the end, we just go ahead, play it nice and conservative. Link into Rugal. Bearbrum effect gets hit with the Gamma, which is pretty good. Like cuts off my revolt access. I don't have as much follow-up, all that good stuff. I could have activated Barrage to get another interruption, but I figured this was probably okay. And then he top decks Gamma, and that is why I cut Gamma. End of main 1, we activate Rugal, summon out Nerval, and then he goes Gamma. For a half second when he laid this Gamma down, I was like, is he literally playing 2 Driver? But yeah. Anyway. Going on to game 2. Opening hands. I've got Barrage, Tenki, Ash, Nerval, and Revolt. So again, pretty solid. Like Barrage, Tenki, Nerval. Like, yeah. Again, Barrage has been stuck to my hand. My opponent has Kit, Ash, Tenki, Fractal, and Tenki. So basically 3 copies of Fractal. I guess technically like a Zoo and Fractal, but Not a horrible hand. Activate Tenki, adding rat. Normal summon rat, and I just go ahead and ash it because, depending on what he has in hand, if he didn't have exactly Fractal, he was just going to end on Trident, so I thought it was okay. But he had more than that, so sending Nerval, adding Karas. Karas pitching Kit to summon itself out, and Kit sending another Fractal. Karas for 2, summoning out Bearbrum. Link into Rugal, Bearbrum effect to add Revolt and put back Tenki. Yeah. Now we've got Tiger Mortar, Chakanine, and Trident. Set Revolt and pass. So I've got to play through Revolt, Trident, and Ash Blossom plus whatever follow-up he gets. So we top deck Fractal. That's not ideal. Activate Fractal effect. Activate Tenki. Adding Fractal. Was that correct? Yes. I think that was correct because we still have access to another another zoo with Barrage. So we activate Barrage, and he pops it with Trident. Yeah, the thing I was thinking too with this match, like when I didn't know it was Ash in hand, I was like, okay, I can absolutely play through Trident plus Revolt. If he has more than that, it's going to get a little bit hairy, and he did. So normal summon Nerval. He flips Revolt for 4, of course. I still think he should have left at least one of these guys banished in case I had an out to Shurag, but that's okay. Summon out Shurag, and I just scoop there because he was just going to banish, and then he could easily OTK next turn. Game number 3, very crucial here. Coming off a loss, I need to win this one. Opening hand, Ash Blossom, Barrage, Imperm, Fractal. So see again, Barrage. I think that's all 3 games, if not just the last 2. But 2 Fractals, like okay, but it's not the absolute best. My opponent has Imperm, Fractal, Droll, Barrage, and Kit. So that's pretty good. 2 Interruptions, Barrage, and 2. Yeah, they're basically the same hand. Like, of course, the interruptions are different, like Droll for Ash, Fractal for Kit, but they're really similar. So we go Fractal, send Kit, send Nerval, adding Kit, and then he goes ahead and drops Droll. So we just normal summon Kit, banish 2, get hit with Imperm, activate Barrage, Barrage pop itself to bring out Ram, Chakanine, Trident. I still wanted to keep the Borbo and Borbo in extra deck so I could use Zeus. And set Imperm, and I feel okay about this. We've got 3 interruptions. We've got follow-up. We're doing okay. This is another instance. Well, I guess never mind. I was thinking I probably should have linked this off, but I'd already used her effect, so. He starts off with a Fractal, and I was scared of Gamma, so I let it go through. I don't know if that was correct. Probably not. But he goes ahead and adds the Karas, normal summon Kit effect, banishing 2, chain Imperm, link into Almirage, and activate Kit. Karas effect, pitching Ram to summon itself out. Karas effect, Karas effect for Bearbrum. Oh yeah, I couldn't just activate Trident there because then he just chains the Almirage. Link into Rugal. Bearbrum we negate with Ash. So here we basically have to activate the Trident. So he goes ahead and chains. Main 2, he activates Barrage, and he finds out that he sighted out the rat. And yeah, that's basically GG at this point. Because yeah. So we do go through the whole thing, call the judge. He says it's a bug, and I have literally 0 reason to believe that he would be lying. But judge says, there's not enough proof. And yeah, so here, this is just us kind of playing out like what may have happened. But all I had to do here was, like, if he had a Dryden on board, he would go Dryden, pop my kit, send Nerval, add kit, and then I would have the win. It's a weird, complex situation, so we're just going to move on to the next game. So anyway, right now we are X1. So 4 wins, 1 loss. We're feeling okay. That's the end of day number 1. We're going to day number 2. This is round 6 of the LCS, of course. This is actually Broad Bowl. Of course, he just creates I think he plays all of the tournaments on this account, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, so this is round 6, first match of the day. We wait a few minutes to get started, lose the RPS. My opponent goes first, of course. Opening hands are Reborn, Nerval, Ram, Droll, and Fractal. So pretty decent. 1 interruption. I swear to God, I can't ever draw 2. My opponent opens Strike, Ash, Thoroughblade, Chalice, and Rat, which is like 3 interruptions, a couple zoos, gets a draw, like pretty damn good. Normal summon Rat, send Ram, overlay, detach and special, or detach and attach. And just go Trident, set 2, and pass. So we top deck Tenki, not super useful here. Activate Tenki and add Fractal. Activate Fractal effect, gets hit with Ash Blossom, normal summon Nerval, and then he just goes ahead and pops it, which I don't think is right, but it's okay. So we go ahead and add the Karos effect, pitching to summon itself. Activate Karos for 2, I believe. That gets hit with Chalice. Activate Reborn on Rat. So I'm like, okay, this might be fine. Go Borbo. And Borbo attack directly. Overlay Chakanine, Trident, and activate Trident. I was like, I don't think I really have an option. I had 100% the read that this was Strike, but it's like, what am I going to do other than play into Strike? So I just did and got punished, but what are you going to do? Pass turn, top deck IO, which isn't super impactful here. Normal summon Thoroughblade, Chakanine, go battle phase, beat over the Karos, and then just Borbo and Zeus. Set IO and pass. Top deck Imperm, and that Tenki's really getting in my way here, but like I would, even with Tenki, like there wasn't anything I was going to do. Like, yeah, so what if I Imperm this? It's like, what's my follow-up? Oh yeah, there is none. So Zeus beats over. Activate Ram effect to summon out Borbo, because why not? Then he goes ahead and just pops the Borbo. Chakanine, detach, summon itself out. Then we go Tiger Mortar attached to the Trident. Then drop the next Zeus, set Solemn. So we get Revolt, pretty damn good card. Set Droll, set Revolt, and pass. And yeah, here it's basically just over. Top deck Desires, banish 10, draw 2. Draw Meister and Solemn, which doesn't really make a difference. I figured I might have had a chance to stick around if I could get this Revolt to resolve. So he goes battle phase, attack, activate Revolt, activate Solemn, and that was just GG. Game number 2. Of course, we choose to go first. Opening hand, Twin Twister called by Revolt, Fractal, and Imperm, so pretty good. I don't know how much I like Twin in this matchup, but I just had literally nothing for Zoo. Yeah. My opponent opens Thoroughblade, Tenki, Chalice, Thoroughblade, and Veiler, so 2 interruptions, 3 Zoos is not the best. Main one, we go Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Fractal. Summon out Fractal for 2, and he just lets, oh yeah, we don't, yeah, he activates Veiler, we chain called by. summon out double Dragon Lords, and set 2 and pass. So here I'm doing okay. I definitely should have, this was bad. I should have set Imperm instead of Twin. But it's okay. So we top decks Chalice. Activate Tenki, add Ram. Summon Thoroughblade. We activate double Dragon Lord, sending Fractal. This way Revolt is live for an interruption. Activates Chalice to negate. Discard draw into Contact C. Overlay Hammer Kong, overlay Tiger Mortar, and attach this Ram. So even if I did set the Imperm, it wasn't gonna matter, because if I activate to try and negate, of course he just attaches. Goes battle phase, poke for however much, 17. First I activate Revolt, of course. Summon out 4, link off 4, summon out Shurag effect to banish, and of course he just activates the Chalice. Nerval, go ahead and add Fractal. Attack directly, and then we just go Chakanine, Trident, Zeus. Oh, I'm cringing so hard. Zeus effect to wipe the board, and pass turn. So I'm like, okay, I've got this. Literally in my head, I'm like, slap down that Imperm, summon out Fractal, whap. Just do my thing. Wreck some ass. And then I just normal summon the Nerval. Like, what was I doing? Oh my god. As soon as he summoned the Zeus, I had the play in my mind that I just activate the fucking Imperm and negate the Zeus. But I didn't. And that 100% cost me the game. Because what I could have done was Fractal, summon out Shurag, banish the Contact C, link Fractal plus Shurag into Blossom, search any of the other Tri-Brigades, summon it out, or actually, yeah. Oh wait, that actually wasn't going to work because I didn't have anything banished. I don't know. I still had potential, and I threw it all away. Overlay, and yeah, I just kind of tell him I threw hard because I'm not that smart. And that was round number 6. Dude, that game was an easy win. I had so much potential, but it is what it is. You gotta live and learn. I'm not going to dwell on this any longer because it hurts to think about. Round number 7. This was an important round, of course. It was the last round of the tournament. See if I can finish out X2. There was a slight chance that I could go top 16 here. So, rock, paper, scissors. We win the RPS, choose to go first. In the moment, it felt like I lost every RPS, but actually I did pretty well. Opening hand, Karas, Revolt, Foolish, Nerval, and Rat. My opponent opens Chamber, Quick Launch, Droll, Called By, and Boot. So I'm looking pretty here. I've got Karas, I've got Rat, I've got full combo, I've got extenders. With 17 going second cards, I didn't open one, so good thing I won the RPS. So we start off with Rat send Ram. Overlay Chakanine, Detach, and Special. Link those two into Blossom, and Blossom effect to summon out. Nerval effect, banishing 2 for my double Dragon Lords. Link 2 into Rugal. I should have summoned Blossom here so that double Dragon Lords would be here, and then Rugal could be here with 2 link zones pointing to it, but it's not a big deal. Nerval adds Fractal, Blossom draw Nib, and put back Foolish. I again figure if I'm playing against combo, I want a strong interruption. He drops Droll, but at that point, it just doesn't matter because I have everything that I wanted anyway. So we set Revolt and pass turn. So we've got double Dragon Lords, Revolt, and Nib, basically, which is not too bad. Top decks World Legacy Guard Dragon, which is a damn good card. Quick Launch, summon out Tracer. Normal summon Chamber to add Tidying. Link to, hey, there's my buddy again, into Chaos Ruler. Activate Chaos Ruler, mill 5, which is a pretty good mill. Gets a Light in the grave, gets Brotar in the grave. He can add Rocket Synchron. So he adds Synchron. Activate Boot. I don't think this is right, but on activation of the effect, we go ahead and activate Double Dragon Lords, pitching Nerval to add it back to hand. I mean, I guess I was scared of like a Tracer in hand, but I kind of don't think that was right. Yeah, that, I don't know. It really changes the game. Anyway, activate Brotar. Brotar targeting Ruler, pitching Tiding to add Levy. Link those two into Seal, banishing 3 for Levy. So I think I was tired. I was thinking for some reason that he wasn't going to combo with that I was thinking that he was going to combo before summoning Levy, even though that just doesn't make sense. So I was holding the Revolt. I should have just activated Revolt here to banish the spheres, like before he summoned Levy, but it is what it is. So we activate Revolt, summoning out 3 to summon out Shurag, and then Levy popping my 2 Tri-Brigade monsters. Now we get my my effects. Omen, the Omen Search effect, Blossom Draw, and Nerval add, so not too bad. Add Fractal, add Kit, and then we go ahead and draw another Kit. That's useless, put that back. Tiding effect, bring out Chamber, link into LP. World Legacy Guard Dragon, move LP, LP effect. Here we just go ahead and chain Nib. It may have been better to wait until he'd used more resources, but yeah, I probably should have. I didn't play this game that well. I think I was still like waking up or something. But Sphere's effect to summon out. Feels like it should just be Tracer, but he takes a while thinking about it. Summon out Tracer. Tracer effect, pop World Legacy Guard Dragon to summon out Recharger. Goes into Savage. Savage effect to equip. First he does Seal, but he only puts 1 counter on, so I'm honestly sure that was a misclick. Like, I don't think he like activated, equipped, and was like, oh, I can't beat over Nib. I think he really did just misclick. So beat over for 5, set called by, and pass. So we top deck Nerval. 4 Tri-Brigade monsters is not really ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So we activate Karis, pitching Kit. Kit effect to mill a Nerval. Nerval, add Fractal. He definitely should have used called by. I don't really know why he didn't. So we activate Karis for 2. He chains Savage. Normal summon Fractal. And from here, oh, good thing we don't have a Fractal in the grave. So we activate Fractal, banishing 4. I should have been more careful. I'm always too reckless with banishing my links and it comes up with access code. So I should not have banished Rugal there, but it's okay. Summon out Doom Eagle. Doom Eagle, shuffle back Ruler. I just wanted to limit his potential follow-up. Link into Blossom. Blossom, summon out Nerval. And if he would have activated called by right here, targeting Nerval, I could have been in trouble. But he didn't. So we activate Nerval for 4. Summon out Shurag. Shurag banish called by. I was so confused why he hadn't used called by earlier. Summon out access code. Access code gain. Pop the Savage. And that's GG's. Game number 2. Potentially the last game of the tournament. Opening hand, Crow, Karis, Ash Blossom, Kit, and Imperm. And going second, this is what I like to see. 3 hand traps, Karis and Kit, like chef's kiss. My opponent opens Boot, Tiding, Brotar, Chaos Space, and Called By, which is not the worst. Like Chaos Space is always good. Opening Boot plus Tiding, not very good, but opens Called By 2 games in a row, so that's not bad. Activate Chaos Space, pitching the Brotar. So I chain Ash, he chains Called By. Adding White. On res, we just rip that bad boy out of the graveyard. And of course, it's always much harder for this deck to get lights in grave. So he just sets Tiding and passes. And from here, it's just pretty much GG's. Activate Karis, pitching Kit, and he just ends up scooping. And that's it. That is the story of LCS number 14. Holy shit. Yeah, this tournament was so much fun. It's a lot of time. I don't know how much I'll be able to play in these, but this was just an absolute blast. If you made it this far, thanks so much. I appreciate anybody watching. That's all I got. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye.